Zayn Malik breaks silence on alleged Yolanda Hadids. Yolanda Hadid's tenure on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills feels like a fever dream. We really let that woman get away with reinforcing the most toxic eating habits to her teenage daughters on TV without a peep. Yolanda telling daughter Gigi to chew 2 almonds really well when she was feeling faint is a scene that is permanently etched in my brain, not in a good way. Also, who could forget the Lyme disease of it all? I don't give Lisa Rinna credit for much, but she did properly teach me what Munchausen syndrome is. Who says Real Housewives is just brain-rotting TV? Yolanda hasn't been on Rob in years. However, she's always lurking in the A-list shadows as a momager of 2 supermodel daughters. The last time Yolanda was in the pop culture orbit was for another wild reason. She apparently got into a physical fight with a former One Direction member. Seriously, what is her life? Back in 2021, Yolanda made headlines when there were rumors that she got into a situation with Zayn Malik, the father of Gigi Baby. Zayn may or may not have called Yolanda a fucking Dutch slut and shoved her into a dress. Zayn continued to try to give a bunch of watered-down comments in an attempt to sound deep. Bro, did you call your potential mother-in-law a Dutch slut or not? That's all we want to know. I knew what the situation was. I knew what happened, and the people involved knew what happened, too. He added, if anybody, of a sane mind would look at the situation, I believe that you could respect that. Again, not a proper noun in sight. This answer is giving off the same energy as a Notes app apology. He finished by explaining that he didn't want an international audience of fans being privy to personal family matters. Fair, but if there are assault charges filed, it does sort of make it a matter of public opinion. Whatever. Apparently, all parties have moved on from the incident as Zayn said he and Gigi have a great co-parenting relationship. No word on whether or not Yolanda and Zayn have been in the same vicinity since then, but I'd bet on no if the alleged events did occur the last time. Zayn and Gigi romantic relationship seemingly ended as a result of the feud, and there were even charges pressed. Now, almost 2 years after the incident, Zayn has finally shed light a bit on his side of the story. Zayn recently appeared on the Call Her Daddy, a podcast, which was probably the only scenario he'd be willing to speak about something so salacious. All tea, no shade, the podcast is known for throwing softball questions with little to no follow-up, so Zayn probably knew he would get away with very PR-friendly answers. Boring? Sloppy? That being said, Zayn did a lot of talking in circles without providing many details on what actually happened with Yolanda. He claims he didn't want to make family issues public, so he stayed silent. I just wasn't trying to get into a negative back and forth with her, Zayn said. I dealt with it in the best way, in like an amicable, respectful way, and that's all that needs to be said. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of negativity. All right, thanks for giving us nothing.